30 seconds until minions spawn.
It's a very ironic band. I just don't know what they're saying, so I guess it's saved.
Water champ, what buff do we get?
Yasuo lane, GG. Oh mein Gott. I have no clue what they're saying, and I think that's for the better. I think he just said he wanted to piss on himself. I have no clue. I don't want to. It's serious music with ironic lyrics. I don't take themselves seriously. Not all bands have to be serious, but for the sake of, like, streaming, I mean, I'm not going to listen to a song called Cum Drinker. It's not bad, though. You give them the benefit of the doubt and the song's legit? No, this is legit. This isn't bad at all. Not my favorite thing, but it's just not. Pretty good trades. Oh my god, I'm dead as fuck. Okay. I have no clue what they're saying, but by god, we don't read the lyrics. We don't read the lyrics. Don't read the lyrics for Cannibal Corpse. Don't read the lyrics for Bro Job, I guess. Pig metal. I mean, I do like, again, I'm not really opposed to shit like that. I mean, Cattle Decapitation, which is like a vegan metal band, crazily enough. I mean, they got some pretty gnarly songs that certainly sound like pigs, but their stuff is good. I have not listened to their shit since, like, 2012. There's certainly a bit of a... Certainly a band. Vegan metal. Their new album's good. It's a vegan death metal band where they write songs about people being in the position of animals through, like, what we've done to them. That's basically what their music is. It's like, what if the animals herded humans into, like, slaughter pits and shit like that? Like, it's an interesting concept for a band. But, you know, every metal band needs some sort of, like, heavy topic. Glocken, hello, sir. Or just, you know, how humans destroy the earth. But I don't think they're bad. It's just not something I'd listen to anymore. This is certainly high school music for me.
Man who knew 2 days at a resort and a 250 grand steak can fix a man's heart.
That's good. That's very good. Steak is excellent. Dude, meat's awesome. It will live. 1 HP. Lovely. Minus the yapping. Man, this lane is so booty stank. Super booty stank. What do I even want to listen to right now? Actually, I know what I want to listen to. Death Stranding music.
An enemy has been
Don't be so serious.
Red Dead music.
We'll do this one. Red Dead and fucking Death Stranding, probably my favorite game soundtracks as of late. The Last of Us is pretty good too, but it's not as like in your face.
I forgot to do this.
Vade, thank you, sir. 10 months, appreciate it. Yeah. Shit. My savior! Bro, what is going on? What the fuck? Is she alive? If she kills him? No way. Ow! Ow! Pretty close. What the fuck is going on? What the heck? Huge. Silent Hill was cool. Was that a Hideo Kojima project? Was it really? Or Hideo Kojima? That game is pretty depressing. There isn't one single bright spot in that game. Oh, there was a Silent Hill project. There is. Oh. Fuck if I know. Death Stranding is a 9.5. Undoubtedly, it is a masterpiece. It is so original, and it's good, it's fresh, everything about it, it's emotionally charged, the story's cool as shit, the characters are memorable, the music's amazing, everything about the game is just very good. Probably one of the coolest multiplayer features I've seen in a game, too. About everyone just trying to rebuild America. Making the roads great again. It's just such a very wholesome experience. No, it is. It is. No, Red Dead's #1. I would say The Last of Us, Subnautica, Alan Wake 2, stuff like that. You know, Death Stranding. Those are all like tier 2 games. Tier 1 is Red Dead. Red Dead's in a league of its own. Red Dead is easily in a league of its own. There's no question about that. Red Dead truly is a game all on its own. I dropped Cuphead. Nah, Cuphead's not that good. Cuphead is amazing, but the game is so boring. I had to reevaluate Cuphead. As an artistic endeavor, Cuphead's amazing. It's like a 9/10.
Gangly Yasuo player BTW.
As a game that I kind of enjoy, Cuphead isn't on that list. The game is just kind of boring. It's the same gameplay over and over and over again. What Cuphead is really just the spectacle. It's cool to look at, but it's not something I want to keep playing. But we finished it, and I thought it was good. I just don't think it's like a very fun game. That is a spectacle type of game. But it's incredible. Well, it's a good game. Just because the gameplay isn't enjoyable doesn't mean it's not a good game. The work and effort that went into Cuphead is above and beyond. The sound, the era that they're trying to replicate, everything about Cuphead is quality, but the gameplay was my biggest complaint. That is the only complaint truly about that game. And that the stories don't matter. The stories are kind of weird. They don't really matter.
To that top tier games. Ghost of Tsushima.
Really? Death Stranding did not have boring gameplay. Subjectively, it didn't. There was so much more to do in Death Stranding than there was in, like, Cuphead. Cuphead is a short and sweet, you know, point-and-click, very basic game. It's got interesting mechanics, but, again, Cuphead is more of the spectacle. There's no story that you care about. There's no characters you care about. Cuphead is about that period piece that gives you sick music, sick gameplay, not gameplay, sorry, sick visuals to go along with the gameplay. It's just, Cuphead's incredibly good in terms of the art department and the overall experience of just playing the game, but the gameplay leaves a lot to be desired. A lot to be desired.
Dare I say, even better than Death Stranding.
Really?
Double kill.
I wouldn't say Death Stranding has bad gameplay, but it's unique. Not everyone will vibe with it, and that was the biggest complaint about Death Stranding. Great game, but gameplay hard to get into.
I love the gameplay. You actually felt like you were saving your country. You felt like you were going across the world to kind of reunite people and give them hope. That's what that game wanted you to feel, and I felt it completely. I just liked it. I mean, it's different experiences, different games. Everyone likes their own thing. People love Cuphead and its gameplay. I like Cuphead, but I don't really like its gameplay. I think it's just boring. But it is what it is, you know? And again, you could say, well, you like Death Stranding, which is also kind of boring. You walk around and deliver packages. But to me, it was just like the story behind it. Like, it's just everything about Death Stranding really is... It's just, like, sad, but it's hopeful. You have a guy going around the country reuniting people and delivering them, like, the most mundane goods to stay alive. Right? Like, it's... I don't know, the whole experience was amazing with Death Stranding. Being a delivery man's your calling. Well, for what that game had to offer, it was just an experience like no other. Well, Red Dead's gameplay is very good. Oh shit. But it's different. Every game is going to be different. You know, what you like is your own. I seem to like a lot of different things. You know, I don't despise the gameplay of Cuphead, but I don't think it's as fun as playing, like, Red Dead. I don't think it's as fun as playing, you know, Subnautica, where you pick fucking flowers at the bottom of the sea. I don't think it's as fun as those games. But I still do enjoy the game.
Elden Ring, Red Dead, Death Stranding, Last of
Elden
Us,
Ring's up there
God
too.
of War and Ghost of Tsushima are the big dog great games that everyone must play.
I haven't played Tsushima or God of War, but everything else I agree. There's a lot of greats out there. The Last of Us is a must-play. If you really think everyone hates The Last of Us and it's the worst thing ever, The Last of Us 1 and 2 you need to play. Those are a must-play, you know, that's a must-play franchise. Like, for sure. There's... A lot of these games are a little bit cinematic-y, you know, but they are experiences like no other. You won't get that anywhere else. It really is like a one-off great game. It may give you the vibe of something else, but, like, it very much stands on its own 2 feet. No, you play both games. Whoever says only play the first Last of Us, the first game is only made better by the second game. I think the second game is phenomenal. I think both of those games go together very well. The story in both of them, it just lines up. It's great. Do not skip 2. Don't give in to the hate. Play 2. I don't believe that. I'm going to disagree with that entirely, but, like, you know, you form your own opinions and you decide what you like and what you don't like, but I will say that 2 is phenomenal. You gotta play 2. It plays into the story so well. It is a natural progression.
Music continues. The puppy keys thick thickness.
You got it, sir. Give me a sec. After this song, we'll put it on, okay?
Remember when Chat Mongrel agreed to make you play Red Dead 1 before 2?
Yeah, that's a mistake. That was a complete mistake. You don't do that. But then again, you know, for people who played Red Dead 1, that's all they'd know at the time, right? Because Red Dead 2 was like a 10-year game that, like, who thought we would have got Red Dead 2, you know? Okay, let me add your song to the queue.
Chat press 1.
There, it's added, sir.
Technically, Red Dead Revolver is the first game in the series.
But it doesn't tie with anything, so not really. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have any connection to the other games, so it just doesn't matter. You play 2 and then 1 for Red Dead, 100%. Don't even think twice. Do not... Whatever you do, if you have a chance of experiencing Red Dead Redemption, the greatest game ever made, play 2 and then play 1. Don't even... No, you're wrong if you think otherwise. That is objectively how that is. You play 2 and then you play 1. Play 2 and then play 1, please. Shit. 2 and then 1. 2 and then 1. Do not play 1 and 2. Do not play 1 and 2. Do not play 1 and 2. Play 2 and then play 1. I feel like the story won't hit as hard if you play 1 and then 2 first, but if you play 2 and then 1, it's like, Jesus, man.
Holy frick,
the feels.
They delayed GTA 6 another year. Release date is 26th of May 2026.
I'm not really interested in GTA, but who knows? It's funny because, no, number 1 released first. Well, you know what? They usually put you in a point in time. They don't show you how everything began. I mean, look at Star Wars. Look at any fucking franchise. They usually have you plop down in the middle of a conflict, and then they go back and tell you what happened before that, and what happens after that, and all that stuff. So, it's not the wrong thing to do, but for the sake of Red Dead Redemption, you truly need to play 2 first, and then play 1. And you will feel so much differently about the games.
Tobias Creep, Tobias Creep, Tobias Creep.
RIP. 2 months, thank you, sir.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Oh, that's the Bilgewater flag. Dude, I wish I had that. That's the one thing I wish I did for Clash. That's the Bilgewater Clash flag. Look how sick that looks. That's cool. I wish I had that, 100%. That would be in my lane every time when I go to mid lane. That's dope.
To be fair, some of the games are just higher rated due to coming out at a later date and having insane budgets, like Red Dead 2.
Well,
It's
Red
hard
Dead
to
story
say
is great.
2018 game is objectively better than a revolutionary 2008 game, you know?
Red Dead story is excellent,
I
but
honestly think a game you're going to be invested in emotionally and deeply is going to be Cyberpunk.
we'll see. Maybe. Everyone says that game's incredible.
If someone is getting into Star Wars, would recommend chronological order? Or release date order?
I feel like you might not like the original trilogy if you start with like 1, 2, 3. Even though 1, 2, 3 are like the weakest of the films for the 6. Oh, 3, not so much 3. 3's good. You know, it takes a little bit to go back and enjoy the original, you know, trilogy. It's a bit of a slower paced, you know, set of movies. They're very good, though. I think they aged perfectly. They're always exciting. It's just, once you immerse yourself in Star Wars, and it's very immersive, you know, you'll feel differently about it. If you can't immerse yourself in these universes, then you won't enjoy those games. Or not the games, sorry, the movies. Star Wars is very immersive. The lore and the world building of the movies are great. You feel like you're, you know, there. And if you don't, well, then you probably won't like it as much. Okay, here is your song, sir. This is such a Graves song. You just look at this guy and you listen to this music and you're like, yeah, brother.
Release in theaters, and man, I felt like a kid again. Great movie.
Yeah. Revenge of the Sith is the best of the three, for sure. America. Horaloo. America. Shit. Man, dude, I need Cyclo, not Collector. And I'm not even building Cyclo right now, I just completely forgot.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Cyclo's amazing. Cyclo's amazing for Graves.
In World of Warcraft?
I mean, I started at the tail end of, like, Wrath and then full-blown Kata. I'd say just Cataclysm. That was the first one I kind of got into, like, thoroughly. The Goblins. The Dowie. Outer Wilds is today, yeah. At noon, we're going to play Outer Wilds. I played Dwarf and I played Goblin, yeah. Dwarf Hunter, Goblin Hunter. I had Orcs, I had Humans. I had a bunch of characters.
Oh, a happy little barrel.
Clary.
Proud of you, Tabita. Keep up the good work.
Hey, Clary, thank you. 13 months. Appreciate it. You're proud of me like my mother. Hey, we will do our thing. We will continue to be here and be streaming 13 hours a day, roughly. Damn, she got one shot. The Yeepy crit. I like how my Q just disappears into the void. Where does it even go? If you have... Okay, let me ask you this. If you have a wind wall, where does the ability go? How does it completely negate my ability? Shouldn't it just kind of blow up on the wind wall? Shouldn't it blow up on the wind wall? Like, it hits the wall and then ricochets off? But that's a grenade. This is like an explosive cartridge. It would explode somewhere. The wind sends it upward. Is that really it? So why can't it just bounce off in a different direction? For the sake of arrows, I would imagine, but, like, this is explosives. Like, this is different. Just saying, it's not lore-friendly.
Try being Brand. Wind wall blocks your ult and your stun. It's so fun to play against in team fights.
It's impossible. Yasuo completely negates certain characters' kits. Graves is one of them. TF is one of them. It's very hard to beat certain champs. Like Yasuo and Mel, those two completely destroy certain characters. You just can't play the game. Let's go Schmid. Schmid! Ooh.
An enemy has been slain.
The Schmid lane. And you really do need Cyclo. Cyclo is so good on Graves. Probably my favorite item. It's so useful. It has a punchy auto and it slows you. And Graves is all about kiting, and you can stack it with your E, which is nuts.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Holy smokes. Why no RFC? That's too weak right now. I actually do like RFC Graves. I think it's good. The problem is, if you have a full build, RFC doesn't really slot anywhere. It's fun, but it's not relevant, you know? But I do like the item. It's amazing. It feels great. We could try it, sure. There should be a limit on how many skills Yasuo's Windwall can block. Yeah, I actually, you know who's one of the most balanced champs in the game? I just forgot to level R. One of the most balanced characters in the game is Braum.
Only issue I have with RFC Graves is half the items' stats feel worthless.
No, they are.
Maybe that's just me.
They're worthless. They're not that good. They're not useful. Braum's shield is so balanced. Like, a guy with a giant fucking shield can only block a certain amount of hits before he takes damage. Realistically, it should be all of them, but like, the way his kit is designed feels very fair. It feels very one-dimensional. He protects you, and that's his goal. And he'll CC people, right? He doesn't do damage. He doesn't have any nonsense. He's just very... He's just what he is, you know what I mean? Braum is Braum, and he's nothing else but Braum. He doesn't have any weird mechanics that, you know, oh, he can go pseudo damage or this and this, or oh my god, he's one-shotting you while he's avoiding all damage. He's just like a front line. It's a very honest design. There's no bullshit. Damn, son! Welcome to Bulgewater! Welcome to Bulgewater, Sonny. Dude, the Cyclo is so sick. Probably my favorite... I was gonna say weapon. Favorite fucking item.
Honestly, Braum is so close to being a top later. If like his passive scaled off health like his Q, I'd play Braum top every game. I love Braum, but I hate support.
Braum is unfortunately a one-roll wonder. They designed Braum to only be relevant in one lane. Unfortunately. Braum jungle? Well, I mean, you can play anything you want, but that doesn't mean it's relevant. Braum jungle's not good. You could play Yuumi jungle, but does that make it good? Okay, we gotta go IE. I should have went fucking mortal. Ouch!
I think Braum could have been a cool tech pick. Like Omega tank support top lane. That's just team fight.
Oh, that'd be like Maokai. To me, that sounds more like Maokai, right? He could be something like Maokai, in my opinion. I believe it. Braum's Q pass through units and champions. Nah, you can't have that. That'd be a bit weird. I hope this isn't warded, and I hope one of them walks in. I do have my support item.
Have you finished Outer Wilds?
Oh, Lord! That I have not done, no. Oh! Dude, that... I mean, that fucking hurt.
Was originally released as a top later.
Wow.
As a top later, but a bunch of high elo people realized she can jungle really well, so right after a few months they reworked her into a jungler.
A sight for scurvy.
That'll happen.
One more time for America. Kings of Leon, happy alone.
Kings of Leon, happy alone. You got it, sir. Borderlands 4 gameplay reveal? I have not seen that, no. Vi would be a good top laner too. I feel like both would be great.
Borderlands 4 gameplay reveal?
No, I have not seen that. The Borderlands... Okay, here's a hot take. I saw the Borderlands movie, and I didn't think it was the worst film ever made. I actually semi-enjoyed it because it was terrible. It's just like a bad game movie adaptation, but like it's not the worst one I've seen. There's a lot worse, I'm sure. That's because you're not a real fan. Well, I grew up with Borderlands. I played the games. Was it my favorite franchise? Not really. But it wasn't the worst thing ever. Good take for once. America.
Serve or die.
Delta Wolf, thank you, sir.
The others like you.
I thought the Borderlands movie was kind of fun. Not good, but it was fun. Like, not all of it didn't make sense. I don't know why you have, like, Kevin Hart as, what's his name? Like, that shit does not make any sense. It truly doesn't make any sense. Jesus. Kevin Hart is rolling, yeah. No, the casting in that was bad, 100%. The casting was not good. You know, I think they also had, what, Jamie Lee Curtis as, the witch? That witch chick? Really weird casting. You know, who was that girl that they cast in The Last of Us? They said they hated her, but, like, I thought she was fine in that first season. Now, having played the movies, or played the games, and have gone back to, they're basically movies, had gone back to think about, you know, the show a little bit, I don't think she did a bad job. I don't think you need to have, like, a one-to-one casting of, like, the people. It's more of the experience and if it stays faithful, and I think it does. At least from what I can remember. It was two people walking across a country to fucking bring Ellie to, like, the Fireflies, right? So... Dude, I one-shot it. This damage is fucked. Yo, Jumpy Wizard, 34 months. Thank you, sir. No, the casting, yeah, sure, the casting, but I don't think the two characters... You know, there's a difference in having... There's a big difference in having, like, let's say, you know, Kevin Hart supposed to be playing some giant, big, gruff guy. Big, a unit of a dude, but he's more of a smaller guy. Like, yeah, that casting isn't really top tier, obviously, but like... Two attack speed boots. I think, for the sake of, like, The Last of Us, I mean... I don't remember exactly how they acted in the show, but, like... I don't think I had a problem initially. And now I guess looking back, kind of don't, having played the games. America. Pass out on me!
I'd sell Umbral for Ghost Blade. You haven't killed many wards.
But it's the idea that if there are some, you kind of just sit there. That damage is sick. Whoa. Did I really get... Oh my... The tip of the ult got me. I guess we lose anyways. There's no way to work around that. The thing with Graves is you feel like you can only do so much, but you can't, like, 1v9. It's hard to 1v9 with Graves. The champ's not really meant for it outside of, like, turbo 50 kills in 10 minutes, kind of like snowballing in the jungle.